Hey everybody, this is Cameron of darkhat.io web design. Today I want to talk to you about mobile friendly and responsive websites. Those two phrases are basically the same thing. When I say mobile friendly or responsive, basically it means that the website appears on a mobile device properly, meaning that it adjusts its size and shape so that you don't have to awkwardly scroll around the web page in order to read everything. And I'm going to give an example here. See this content here on the About Us tab. I'm going to take this and I'm going to display it, simulate a mobile device. So this is on a 1024 by 600 TV screen. That's basically what this portal right here is simulating. And I'm going to change it to display on a Kindle Fire, which is a super common mobile tablet. As you can see, the text is cut off right here, and in order to read that last part of the sentence, the user's going to have to scroll all the way to the right. But in doing that, they're going to have to scroll all the way back to read the next sentence down, and it becomes a very awkward process to read text that goes all the way across the screen. It's even worse on mobile devices. Let's look at Apple iPhone 5. Probably one of the biggest mobile devices you have in terms of screen size, and again, the text gets cut off before the end of the screen here, and you got to scroll back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in order to read the next sentence down. Now, I want to show you an example of a mobile-friendly site. This is Joomla.com. I've used them for years. They do mainly Magento and Joomla templates, which are educational institutions tend to use these a lot because it has the ability to compile and manage huge amounts of data, which your average company website doesn't. So I'm at Joomla.com. I'm going to go to Joomla templates, and from this toolbar at the top here, I'm going to choose responsive, and that makes sure that everything that they show us is mobile friendly. Alright, let's see. These are pretty. Okay, let's choose this one, JA Events 2. Keep in mind that even though this template looks a certain way, basically its colors are white, black, and blue, those colors can be adjusted to match your corporate look and feel. So if your colors are purple and orange, we're going to be able to make this site purple and orange. Now I'm going to take this, and just like I did with the About Us page on the Shell Suite site, I'm going to test it on ScreenFly. Okay, so this is on a desktop computer, basically, maybe a small laptop, 1024 by 600 resolution, and I'm going to go to the Kindle Fire just like I did before, and you can see that the content adjusts itself so you don't have to keep scrolling left, right, and that's super important because a non-mobile friendly site just becomes a really awkward experience for somebody that's actually looking for specific information. As you can see, the menu also shrunk up into a little button here, which you can access. Let's close this toolbar. Okay, the menu becomes a pop-out menu on the left-hand side. This is pretty standard. But oftentimes the menu collapses into the top where it pops down instead of from the left. Sometimes it's from the right. There's a lot of different ways that it can happen. And your search, of course, comes up here where you can search for stuff. And it's not just important in terms of giving your client or your potential advertiser or a funder access to your website. It's also important because Google will not rank a website that is non-mobile friendly when searching from a mobile device. So if I was searching for the Shell Suite website from a mobile device and that website is not mobile friendly, Google will not display those results. It simply will not show up. It just does not get ranked. So that's really important. So to go over this one more time, if I was to take my browser and shrink it down to the size of an iPhone, like you can do on your computer, I'm going to have to go back and forth in order to read this content. Whereas if I chose this template right here, which may or may not be the one you choose. It's just an example. And I shrunk it down to the size of an iPhone. It adjusts its height, width, and the size of its content to fit properly on that mobile device. Now, which template that you choose for your website is entirely up to you. Chances are good I sent you a list of prerequisites, which in this case is responsive, and you can choose from these templates. It's entirely a conceptual decision. Probably discuss it amongst the community and make a decision from there. It's really not hyper important what this site looks like, except insofar as it makes your corporate brand appear properly on the internet.